Hey YouTube peeps, it's Sherry here, the real Share Bear, coming at you on July 17th, 2014. Happy surgiversary to me. I'm 3 months out from my VSG surgery, which I had April 17th, 2014 in Tijuana, Mexico with Dr. Garcia. I want to say a quick happy surgiversary to my sleeve sisters, Megan the Maven and Love Me, I'm Tracy. We all had surgery there together with Dr. Garcia in April, and those girls are both doing awesome. So happy surgiversary to you guys. Sorry I didn't come to you guys last week. It was a little bit of a lackluster week as far as weight loss went, and I worked on a special request video that I was asked to do, and I put a lot of time and effort into it, and it got dinged on YouTube for copyright infringement, so wah wah. I guess the world will have to wait as far as seeing that, but I hope it gets to the people I intended it for, at least, because I put in a lot of effort and creativity into it. So that was fun to do, but I'm back this week. We'll start off with the stats. My high weight was 353 pounds back in probably March, before I started my pre-op diet. Surgery day, I was 333 pounds. Last time I came to you 2 weeks ago, I weighed in at 287 pounds. And last week for week 12, I weighed in at 285. So that was a 2-pound loss for week 12. And this week, drum roll, I come in at 277 pounds, and that's an 8-pound loss for week 13. What? Crazy weight loss this week. Oh, excuse me. That was the highest weight loss I've seen. I was thinking it might go to 10 pounds this week, but ended up at 8 pounds, higher than week 1. I don't really know what's up with that, except for it was time for a big week since I had my 2-pound week last week. But why it was so high, I don't know. I tried to cut back on snacking, some of the snacking that I talked about in my last video, and I've done well at that. I identified some areas where I saw need for improvement, and I went ahead and made those adjustments. But other than that, I'm doing around the same type of routine in the gym. Really learning to enjoy my time exercising, I can say, which was something that I never thought I would say pre-op, that I enjoy exercise, because it used to be like a heart attack on a stick for me to try to exercise. I was so uncomfortable. To do it in public would be humiliating, and besides the fact that I'd be sweating like a pig, I would be about to pass out from being so out of breath, and just so many things about it that I'm enjoying now that I never have before. My Aqua Zumba instructor took off the month of June, and I thought she was going to be back on Thursday nights for our Aqua Zumba class, but when I showed up, she was not back. So I was a little disappointed about that, but I found out she had a Friday morning class, and I was off work on Friday morning, so I was able to get in on that. And it's such a ball to be in her class. She's a great teacher and keeps it really fun, has good music, and the people in there are just hilarious because they know the songs that she plays for her routine, and they sing them, and oh, it gets live in there, and so that was fun. I think I may start some like land Zumba classes and some total fit like resistance training with the bands classes coming up, because I want to keep my exercise routine fresh and keep it changing. But let's see, I went out and bought some new bras and new panties, which I had totally shrunk out of everything I had, and with my breasts being so large, they pull down on my back a lot, and with the band size not fitting, that made it even worse. So it's good to be in a bra that fits again. I went from a 46 H cup bra, yes, that's H as in holy crap, that's a lot of boobs, to a 42, 44 triple D. So I'm down a lot in sizes, and I think a lot of it is due to all this weight up here that I've lost. But I think they're also hanging and pulling on me even more, even though they're weighing less, if that makes sense, because the stomach underneath them is not propping them up, so they're pulling down. So I'm going to talk to my doctor about that when I see her this month and see what suggestions she has for me. I'm hoping that my insurance will pay for a breast reduction after this is all over. I have been turned down for one in the past. Yes, that's right, YouTube. My insurance company turned me down for a breast reduction, saying that I was too heavy and didn't have enough documented back pain. So I will be applying for that again after I get finished. I went dress shopping for the Obesity Help Conference this week. That was a lot of fun. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you may have seen the post I did from the dressing room. Kind of clueless, because I have really not worn dresses in such a long time. They don't offer them in a size 26, 28 very often, and you're just not feeling ladylike. You can't cross your legs, etc., etc. So that was a lot of fun to go dress shopping, and I put it to a vote on Facebook about which look I should get for the old Hollywood party that they're having at the end of Obesity Help, and ended up with a nice dress, but it's lace with like black lace with a white background, and from here up the white background stops and it's just lace up to here and then tiny little spaghetti straps. So it's hard to find out how to support this ample bosom in that dress. In the picture I actually posted, I had taken the bra strap off my shoulders, and so the girls are looking like they're depressed. And but I was thinking strapless bra with like the clear straps, maybe that crisscross in the back, might work for that. So that's still a work in progress, but I was happy with that dress. And yesterday it came back to my attention on Facebook about the group activity that Tanya, VSG Tanya 2011 is putting together for May of next year, called the Historic Banning Mills Adventure. It's a zip lining tour. They're going to have kayaking, horseback riding, hiking, and it just seems like it'll be an NSV festival, and I want to go to that so bad. It's in Georgia, North Georgia, which is only about 3.5 to 4 hours away from me. The train is coming by, so if you all hear a big noise in the background, that's what it is. I'll try to speak up. But that adventure looks awesome, and it's something I'm really looking forward to. You have to be under 250 pounds to zip line, which is someplace I haven't been in so long. I forgot to mention my BMI when I started this journey was 50.6, which had gotten into the super morbidly obese category. And this week, folks, yes, I got under my goal of 278 pounds, which takes me out of the morbidly obese category and puts me into the obese category. So I was so thrilled to be there. I cannot tell you guys how thrilled I am to be there. And as I mentioned, my next mini goal is going to be 249 to get me under that 250 mark. And then after that, I think we'll go for 225. Now, 277, which is the weight I am now, is right around the weight I remember weighing when I got pregnant with Zachary in 1997. That's the last time that I've seen this weight. And more people every day are coming up to me and saying, "Girl, you look so good. What are you doing? Are you exercising?" Yes. The answer is yes, I am. And I also had weight loss surgery, which is enabling me to see success and see a reward for all the hard work that I'm putting in. And I am putting in the work at the gym, and I am proud of the work I'm doing. So it's nice to hear all those compliments. NSVs that I've had lately, one thing is being able to bend over without actually feeling like I'm going to pass out. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I used to avoid bending over at just about all costs because it felt like I could see stars, and I used to tell Lisa it felt like my femoral arteries were completely occluded when I bent over and this heavy gut was laying on my arteries. So, and I do a lot of bending over and stooping down, working in the OR, picking things up and stuff like that, and it just seems like life in general has gotten easier and easier. Another NSV I put down actually happened today. I got a marriage proposal from one of my patients, which he was undesirable, and it's not about him, of course, it's about me. I just never had anybody flirt with me or, you know, say anything like that. Definitely no marriage proposals at 350 pounds. So that was kind of thrilling to me just to hear that. He was like, "Are you married?" And I said no, and he's like, "Well, will you marry me?" I'm like, "No, sorry, I made that mistake once, but we'll count that as an NSV." Also, crossing my legs is something I posted on Facebook not too long ago as an NSV, and I forgot to mention it in a video. Hadn't been able to cross my legs in probably 15 years or more, and I'm able to do that some now, so I consider that an NSV. Confidence. I have more confidence, and I am coming out of my shell a lot lately. I've noticed that the comments that I think of to say, I go ahead and say them, where I used to would just want to fade back into the background and just blend in and have no one notice me if I didn't have to. I'm taking more risks now, and that brings me to what I kind of wanted to touch on, that a couple of other people have touched on. I think Finding Elizabeth, VSG, was the first one to talk about it this past week, which is the cost of obesity and what being morbidly obese or super morbidly obese costs. And, you know, it's hard to really tally up the costs, and I think part of that is a protective mechanism, for me at least. I'll speak for myself, in that there's a lot of denial that goes into it, and a lot of choosing not to look at the high cost because you want to protect yourself. it's hard to face the totality of the cost that being fat costs you. But for me, I think it cost me so much in terms of my spirit. Like right now, I feel very light in my spirit and happy. I feel like my smile finally reaches my eyes. And when I look back into the pictures from when I was at my heaviest, my smile never quite reached my eyes. It was like I was trying to put on a brave face, or, you know, trying to hide the pain, the hurt, the shame that goes along with that. But it really cost me my personality and relationships that I could have been having with people. I think fat is a physical and a very social barrier. At least for me, it was a protective barrier to protect me from the pain that had been caused me in different aspects of my life. And it's just a lot of baggage that I'm finally starting to unpack, I'll say. So it feels wonderful once again. It feels wonderful to be in this skin right now, and I can only imagine what the next 6 months are going to bring. But I think the world better watch out, because the real Share Bear is coming back. VSG Tanya 2011 put on her Facebook yesterday, "Are you a strong woman? Let me know if you are." And I commented on it and I said, "I think my strong woman is finally making a reappearance after so long of being pushed down." And I said, "She's got the doormat bound and gagged and locked in the trunk." So the doormat can stay there as far as I'm concerned. And I'm thrilled to get to know the real me again. So that's all I have to say for this week, guys. I'm going to go so I can be off here and watch Fat Kings Friday. It's been pumped up this week, so I'm excited to see what they have to say about relationships and that. Hi to all my new subscribers. Thank you everyone who takes the time to watch my videos, especially the ones who take the time to comment. It makes me feel so good to hear from you guys and hopefully know that something I've said or done has been an inspiration to somebody like me that needed that inspiration. So, love you guys. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you next week. Bye.